oh my goodness, you're going through something so serious. But what if it's a marriage, that just needs a bit of a talk? Maybe the expert is going to explain to me what therapy really is, because there's counseling, psychology, then there is psychiatry, then there is therapy. What is therapy? And tuko na therapy mashinani. I remember in the ancient time it was grandparents, aunties. I think it was therapeutic. When you say music is therapeutic, are you crazy to have therapy? When guitar is your therapy, if poetry is your therapy, is it that serious? But do we normalize therapy is the question today. And I want to say thank you, Philip, for creating time to be here with your therapist. The last time we saw you, it was Arrive Alive, talking about, your situation, the road accident, right, and how you decided, I'm not picking the negatives to this, I'm picking the positives, and also championing, right, for road safety. Good morning.
Asante.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yourself?
I am fantastic. It's a beautiful day, and Mom is donning an amazing pink coat. Right. So I'm going to allow you all to open the forum for me by giving an official introduction by your names.
Right.
And then in what capacity you're here, and then I will continue the conversation. So I'll start with your therapist. Yes, Karibu.
Thank you so much, even for inviting us. We are grateful. My name is Melu Wahome. I am a counseling psychologist, but I have majored in mental wellness and mental health as a way of providing therapy. I don't know whether I'm supposed to explain what is therapy now.
It's going to come, but at least they know you're a counseling psychologist.
Yeah, and I also work for an organization called the Reason to Hope. And our work is to deal with not only the people that are going through issues, but also their carers, which is a very important component, because people without care may not be able to manage life. So we are also concerned with the carers, people that somehow are forgotten, and they are the one who do the major task.
Okay, yeah. That is the caregivers.
The caregivers.
Thank you. I want to start a discussion on caregiving, very, very importantly, and I'm considering that topic. Philip, welcome on set.
Asante sana.
Yes.
First of all, happy Health Month. I'm a survivor. My name is Philip Gaderu. Mine really is to sensitize people on road safety and what really happens behind the scenes, because people talk about accidents and they don't really think what really happens to families, to the survivors, to caregivers, actually. So this is what today is about, and we hope that the information that we are giving here helps people out there. Yeah.
Thank you for the opening remarks. I want to start now by what is therapy? What is therapy? Is it a counseling session? Is it, what is it?
Okay, therapy has many definitions. So I will define the therapy the way I do it. For me, it's like an accompaniment journey. Somebody being there for you, accompanying you through all life issues. And as you have said before, it is not only for those that have issues. Therapy is for everyone, every person. So it's that person who is there for you and who understands you, and where you can fall back and will not be judged. They are accompanying journey. So we have people who are now professionally trained how to work with the people with the issues, because we cannot remove the issues, but we can have management of the issues by giving you what we call the coping mechanism. So that is, to me, therapy. It is not the treatment of a disorder, it's a journey accompanying that person, because you may not have the disorder, as you're saying, but you may be going through some issues. Even losing a job, losing a loved one, even marriage, entering into a relationship, all those, sometimes you need somebody to speak to who will understand where you're coming from.
All right. Yeah. And I want to now talk to, the situation that was there for Philip, where we're saying you're a survivor and we're celebrating you. But there's so many other people who've been in tragic accidents like you. People just assume you're okay, like your life was saved, you're back on your feet again. What comes with being in that kind of an accident? What did it do to you to the point that you said, I need to consider therapy?
I'll tell you this. When you're in an accident or from an accident and you have this disability or this problem after the accident, and you're trying to get back to life, and you realize that not everyone, you're not the same anymore, and everyone else thinks you are okay, but you're not. And if you try to tell someone that you need some sort of help, it's a problem. Mental health on this issue is a big story. You have people who actually are in accidents or are involved in accidents, and they end up blaming themselves and end up punishing people around themselves or around themselves again. And you find there's family or caregivers who don't know what to do from there, and you find them actually getting sick themselves, being depressed themselves. So it is something that is really needed. Okay. People to be talked to, and we need people to go for therapy. Therapy sio abazungu peke yake.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Therapy is for everyone.
It's not something from the West.
No, it's not.
Or an expensive, elite, luxurious thing that people do in high end.
No, it's not. Coping skills are for everyone. We need to learn how to cope with this life. Life is not easy as it is. So when you add now disability on top of that, it is now a bigger issue. So thank you, Mary, for all you've done and what you're doing. And for other people, I will advise you, if you have a problem, it doesn't matter what it is, go see a therapist. They are there. Wako.
I want to find out about your journey. I don't know, how long have you been in therapy?
Been in therapy for the last, no, therapy doesn't end. Coping skills don't end.
All right.
Yeah, because every day there is a challenge that comes in, and you need your therapist to tell you what to do. Or if you had gone through those classes, it is something that I will tell you that doesn't end. Therapy is there.
Did you consider,
a life coach.
Did you consider reaching out to her before your accident? Because now you're saying it's a normal thing and never ends.
Yeah.
When did you start therapy?
No, the thing is,
before?
I met Mary before the accident.
Okay.
I met Mary, and we were doing something on Reason to Hope, and helping people with disabilities and all that, and mental issues. Then I got the accident, and it was just easier for me to talk to Mary, and she gave me all the life skills, or the coping skills that I needed to move on with life, and to be able to talk to people and tell them that it doesn't end there. You are not alone. So you can live.
So I like your story that you were already interacting with Mary before, but I'm looking at, let me ask Mary then, how many people seek this kind of services? Because for him it's easy, he was already working under that organization, but how many people feel they have time for that? People don't even have time to go to church anymore. Would you tell me therefore that there's a particular group of people that actually just reach out to you for services and say, I think I need therapy, randomly?
It is very hard to get people randomly unless you go somewhere for a talk, Sometimes you are called for a forum to talk to people. And when you talk to people, they discover they have a need, or whatever they thought it was a life, there is something that needs to be put into light, So people don't just wake up and say today, because I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, I need therapy. What they do is they start looking for other ways of treating themselves, which is even dangerous than the problem they're having.
Okay.
People wake up and they go to the internet because we are getting so much from the social media and from other things. We have seen people thinking that if I do a drink or I do some drug, I will help myself. So sometimes people are taking drugs not because they need the drug, but they are helping themselves to cope. A friend of yours told you that you're not having good sleep. I think if you take some marijuana, you have some good sleep. Or if you take this booze or this beer, you have some good, you relax, you not feel the way. So you start by, you don't know you are medicating, you are looking for what now we provide in therapy, but you are looking at the wrong area. So by the time you come to us, we are now dealing with what we call comorbid. We are not dealing with one issue, we are dealing with many issues because we don't know whether, sometimes the drug may trigger other things, may trigger delusions, hallucinations to some people, not everybody. Remember, not everybody does therapy. Not everybody suffers. Some people are able to come out. Why are people able to come out? Depending on the psychosocial support that you have.
Yes.
We are coming from different levels. Remember, therapy has been there time immemorial. That's what you have said. I've heard you saying that even in our grandparents, it used to be there. Our aunties, our uncles, some of us are lucky to have come from those big homesteads where when you do something wrong, you are being referred to the auntie, to the uncle, they could talk to you, you had many siblings, many people allowed you. That life is changing. We came now to the life of nuclear family, now in a place, in a settlement, in a place in an urban setup.
Yes.
Then from the nuclear family, now people start moving out on their own. So sometimes you don't have the support, but before it was available. So that is why maybe without therapy is a foreign thing, because the foreign people, long ago they started the nuclear, the single living, and they had to get support. You are not an island. In some time in life, you need somebody to talk to, and somebody who will understand you. If you come to me with an issue and I start condemning or blaming you,
Yes.
or making you feel guilty, or making you feel pitying yourself, I don't think I'm helping you. I'm making it worse. So that's why professional therapy is needed. Somebody who will understand you and help you. I said it's an accompaniment. It's a journey you are walking with somebody. This journey has no end. It's just like the vaccination you get. You know, the first time you get the vaccination, the second vaccination, then you start getting boosters. Are you getting? So the first time when it's critical, you get the vaccination, but as you continue, you'll be getting some boosters. So as you're saying, therapy does not end.
But you see, I've heard from so many Kenyans the aspect of affordability. That's where it came to the elite aspect. You know, somebody would ask, then how many affordable therapists are just, live alone at Hamashidani in Nairobi alone? Philip, maybe you want to walk me through that. You knew Mary before,
Yeah,
but how many other therapists have you met, or how many of your friends are accessing therapy, professional therapy, and it's affordable?
I don't know so many people going through the therapy, and that is an issue because of cost. And actually the biggest issue why people are not going for therapy is, it is not a known fact, it's a stigma. Ukisikia mtu anaenda therapy when ni mwenda wazimu, ama there's something wrong with you. For friends who have gone for therapy, maybe for other issues, but for mental health, not so many people. And that is something that we need to talk about, and we need to put out there, that it is okay to go and talk to someone. Yeah, you're not an island, as she says. This life, not everyone knows what you're supposed to do or what they're supposed to do. So talk to someone.
I will interject because I know most people always tell us, talk to someone. But people are asking, where is this person to talk to?
To talk to.
How many qualified therapists have you met? Because who am I talking to? They should be able to protect my confidentiality. They should be able to, number one, not rebuke me. So it's okay to tell everyone else, talk to someone. That's what we've been saying. But the people have been asking, who do we talk to? At this point in time, you can hardly even trust your own mother.
Okay, I get you. I get what you're saying, that you're saying sometimes it's hard even us to tell us who to trust you. And let me first of all address the issue of cost.
Yes.
I don't think therapy is expensive. I think people don't understand what it entails. Because if you can go to the wine shop and buy that wine for 10 or 15,000, or you go and buy those medication from a chemist, I don't think therapy is expensive. People don't know the value of therapy. It is not expensive, because even the consultation we pay in seeing some of these psychiatrists is triple what maybe we charge as therapians. It's not expensive, but people have not understood the value it gives to them. What we are talking about is advocacy and creating awareness. That you don't have to go this alone. There is somebody there trained for that who can help you walk through that journey. So we are many. The therapists, many are now a course in most higher institutions, universities, now a course. There are many. Maybe the only thing is that the experience is different and the exposure.
All right.
I would pride myself because I've been trained by the mental health department. I've been trained by the programs with the World Health Organization. I've worked with so many NGOs partnering in doing matters mental health.
Yes.
I am also a trained assessor to even facilities. You see, not everybody has gotten that chance, but because of the persistent being in the mental health for so long, it's like I am hard-picked easily.
All right.
So what you're saying is that you also need to vet the people you are going to. The way you vet the doctors you go to or the lawyers that you go to, you don't go to anybody. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you that lawyer is good, that doctor is good. You have to be vetted. So we are saying there are people, therapians here, who are doing good work, who have been in the job, who have the exposure.
Yes.
I am dealing in the community mental health. So we are dealing with the people who may not even afford to get help elsewhere. Sometimes we get some donations. We help us, maybe the people that come to us, some of them may not have anything, but we never put them away. But we advise them at least to do something. So
And Mary, I'm just curious, you've mentioned the value of therapy, and
Yes.
when you say it at that level, we still don't know it until you share with us the value of therapy. So if you were to ask you, what is the value of therapy?
the value of
You
therapy
break
is
it
good.
down for us.
It gives you a door, and you are not supposed to bottleneck everything, to store everything that, the life that you are going through is very complicated. And it is not going to be easier anyway. The life that you went through when you are growing up, I think it was a bit easier. Sometimes you say, when I was growing up, life was cheap, things were good. Even now you talk about the life you went out, and maybe the life you are going through, I was still there. I get the point. Things are becoming more complicated. The value of therapy is to help you unwind. It's like you are locked somewhere and you don't want to burst. Somebody to just listen to you in a loving way is what matters. I cannot provide solutions, and we don't provide answers.
All right.
Because the solutions are with the person. The answers are with the person.
Okay.
For us, is to help you be able to cope and manage yourself.
All right.
So the value is that you become a stronger person. Next time you go through the same challenges, they will not leave you with the same impact as they would have left you.
Amazing.
You lose a job today, I tell you that is not the end. You get another one. If you lose that one, you're still strong to go and look for another one, but rather than becoming a victim, that wherever I go, I'm laid off and what. So you become strong. You have a stronger coping mechanism.
And I
Issues
remember, yes.
are always coming up, and as Philip has said, things are not, they are moving. They are moving. So you think you have finished this hurdle, you meet another one. You have this issue, see the expense in life, then you meet another one. So life is almost changing, and the only thing that is always changing is life. It's always changing and becoming more complex. So you need to adapt, to change, to fit. Otherwise, life cannot change to fit you. It takes you to keep on changing and organizing yourself and making yourself ready for all the challenges.
So you're always adjusting.
Yes.
And Philip, this is working for you so far.
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah, because we are seeing you stronger. And I can see here Sami Mwangi saying, great advice in mental harmony. Thank you very much.
Asante.
Yes, and also Kennedy Jumba at Sirigwa saying, locked in as usual. I'm back. I'm watching from Bururu Center, Likuyani Sub-County. I love Look Up TV, #1 channel in Kenya. Okay. Thank you very much. So you're talking about, like you said, life doesn't get any better. You get stronger. I wanted to touch on the, people who are now, like you, survivors of accidents, and the aspect of restoring that hope, because I only have 3 minutes, but you want to, of course, touch on that. So many people cannot do things they used to do. They're probably giving up on life, and maybe they're watching this morning. We can hear from you on that aspect, your advice to them. And when it comes to therapy and normalizing it, and then I can hear again from our expert.
I will just give you this advice. Therapy is the way to go. You need coping skills. You need family or people around you to help you, encourage you, and give you love. Without all these ingredients, it is not possible to move on and be who you can be. Disability is not an ability. You can be someone, and as in the previous show, the lady said, being disabled can find you anywhere, anytime. So it's for you to be careful, and if that gets to you, please consider therapy for everyone, for all ages. Therapy is there, and it can make you you can be someone.
You can be someone, and she mentioned something, thank you very much for that, saying it could be you the next time. Also be kind. I remember there are two things people say all the time. Be kind to people you meet out here. Everyone is battling something you know nothing about. And just saying good morning, sir, or giving way to someone in a matatu could be therapeutic in its own way. I don't know what your closing remarks would be on this aspect, ma'am, on, normalizing therapy.
Okay, normalizing it should be the way forward, because it is not only for the people that have mental issues, even the people that are very high there. We assume that people who need therapy, they have issues, mental issues. But even the people that are going through higher levels in life, they need a lot of therapy to be stable and to make the sound decisions. So it is for everyone. And the higher you go, the more you need more therapy, because the higher you go, the more you become even more isolated, and you cannot look down to look for help. So the more you need more therapy to be able to be strong, to be able to move on, to face the challenges, to rise up and continue. So I believe therapy is for everyone. Everyone needs somebody. And as I was saying, before the breakup of the social cultural structures, everybody was in a therapeutic situation all the time. The men had their place, the women had their place, the children had their place, but now we all need that. We missed that. And that is what we are taking back. And some of us don't know what we have lost. Some of the things you are seeing in families is not because the people are bad. It's because there was nobody maybe they could have spoken to, or somebody to interject, or somebody to say, as you're saying, just talk to them. And you know, even if you talk to somebody who has had bad emotions, motives, and you just talk to them, sometimes they weak there. Somebody needs
you awaken their conscious.
Yeah, they are conscious, and maybe you have also distracted what they had planned to do. So we all need therapy at every time, at every level. Everybody needs therapy. Even the young babies, they need therapy. Everybody needs.
And I know with the next segments on the mental harmony, we'll be breaking down different types of therapy. Just to understand why someone says, well, for me, music is therapy. For somebody, it's just, I love to, talk to someone over coffee, that's therapy. Someone says, I love to babysit children. For me, that's therapy. So I think, someone just likes to watch comedy, and that's therapy. But someone just likes to have general conversations about politics. That could be therapy. But we want to have more of these discussions on the mental harmony to ensure that we, as human beings, because we are soulful beings, so that we are in our minds, we have the harmony in our heads. Because I think that's where the problem comes, when your mind is not in harmony. Yeah. So I want to just thank you very much for educating me as well, and wrapping up our morning drift today. I know it is not easy to have adults create time to speak to the rest of the adults, on the other side, but from the morning drift, asante sana for being part of us. And of course, just the aspect that we want to touch on is the fact that we are human beings. So that's where you said we're always becoming, and you ought to adjust through it. You said all ages, Philip.
All ages.
So, we have children with the autism we just touched on today. They need a lot of that as well.
So much.
So please create time to come back and share more.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely?
Yes.
All right, so okay. So I just want to wrap up this segment, and of course wrap up the show as well. Remember, we are live on Facebook. One last person to say goodbye to me on the comment section is gonna make my day. That is therapeutic. If I read your comments and they make me smile, that is therapeutic. But for today, it's World Health Day, and also we are looking forward to updating you on the budget, allocations that's going to be going down, today, hopefully. But of course, Look Up TV News team and the department is keenly awaiting that and giving you precise updates immediately we receive any. So do not miss our broadcasts at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7, and at the top of the hour at 9 p.m. Mostly live streams on Facebook, and of course also on Twitter, using the respective hashtags that will be happening according to that hour. Remember, if you're not very conversant with English, we still have Kiswahili broadcasts, especially at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. So you're not going to miss out at all. And also on YouTube, for any other, broadcast that you missed in the course of the week or last night and through to today, you can always just go on YouTube. We are Look Up TV KE on YouTube. Search any content that you want. And it might have been years ago, months ago. You can still get that broadcast as we are speaking, and give your comments and your feedback, because we are hope to the world. We are normalizing things they thought would not be healing to the world, and that is all in the best interest of the humankind. So be part of the Look Up TV family, and especially from me and my crew on hashtag The Morning Drift. You are my business. So make it part of your business to be part of your business. I just said something there. I mean, you're the #1 responsible person for yourself. Right information, right content in your mind, choose your friends correctly, and choose your stations correctly. So you have Look Up TV as a family. Welcome to the next show tomorrow. It's going to be awesome for Friday, and that's pretty much it from me. Have a great day.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to views@look-up.tv. We can't wait to hear from you.
Please make those payments and take dinner out the freezer. Enjoy your day off.